What's up, YouTube? It's Light Blue Yoshi Egg here with another episode of Pokemon Tabletop United. Today's group is the Wednesday group comprised of Sylvius, Jolt, a Joltik, Gilbert, who has a Pancham named Pancham, and Pure, a Kitsune Mimi, which, if for those who don't know, is a humanoid with fox ears and tail. In this case, Pure is a human Pokemon hybrid, obviously a beautiful little Vulpix. Pure is accompanied by a Murkrow named Lil Cat. Hope you enjoy the video.
Gilbert asks, states this question, when's the food gonna be here? It's been like half an hour.
That is very much an exaggeration, as the clock has barely moved about 2 minutes, but okay.
I don't know what the clock is or where this clock is that you have.
As a Pure looks at Gilbert and says, as a coffee addict to myself, in order to make the finest coffee, it does take longer than 2 minutes, I'm sorry to tell.
At the very least, Pancham needs his orange juice.
But almost as to sit here and answer your question, your drinks arrive.
Miraculously.
And they put them around the table where they think that they belong. The orange juice being the main question mark.
Yeah, Pancham.
So what I mean by that is they sit here and they're not sure where to put the orange juice, so they sit it in the center with the third coffee, as they're not sure preference for the Pokemon.
Pure points to one
So-
coffee and says, and then grabs the orange juice and the coffee.
Well, they sat it on the table for you guys to deal with and told you that they hope you enjoy and went off to do their thing. Now, let's see about how good this coffee is.
Have it first.
It's relatively good. They got a nice brewer here.
Okay, Pure's going to try it second. And now what?
So I roll a d20, right?
4?
I got 2.
You didn't get much of a coffee.
Okay, so what did you roll that for?
Oh. I thought.
He rolled it because the coffee.
Basically, I rolled the d20 to see how well the brewer brewed the coffee
Okay.
and made the
Stupid.
coffee.
I'm
That's why I stated after the 17 that there's a pretty good brewer here.
Mm-hmm.
Pure takes it and says, oh, they are useful people in this town. Oh, I mean, the states casually, like there's no issue in saying that.
Gilbert immediately tries to shush. Tries to shush.
Yes,
Pure.
Mummy. Okay, Mummy. I almost had a heart attack. No one helps.
So,
Oh.
then
Oh. Can I roll perception to see if I see the officers outside?
yes, both of you go ahead and roll perception. Although Gilbert won't know why they're here.
Yeah. But Gilbert can infer that maybe though he has a slave. So Gilbert hates.
Yes, that is a worry for Gilbert. Yes.
Why, hello. Pure the stairs, walking out the door.
Oh, also, need to roll 2 instances of this to see if he notices them. Those ones.
9.
And that one for the other 2. So you notice one officer.
Gilbert's like, oh shit, hide. And
That officer happens to be Jenny.
Gilbert, like, immediately runs into the bathroom with his pancham.
That's not suspicious.
Yeah, they're walking up. They see you just get up really shittily and charge to the bathroom.
Like, one of the 2 things would happen there, like, logistically. Like, either I have to go take a really bad shit, or I'm breaking the law somehow.
Yeah, so either way, you just seem really shady right now.
Yeah.
There's pure see the officers as well.
So 1 second, let me take a look at all the skills so that way I can roll the right thing. Okay. Okay, so only one of them, and this actually happening to be Officer Jenny, thinks that you're super shady by ditching like that. The other 3 are around the thing like, well, who knows? Yeah, he could have a stomach virus. Who knows? Could be that, or you could be doing something wrong. Either way, you're not the reason that they're here.
Can I roll stealth to see
They'll
if
stop
you're
me later.
like cosplayers?
Oh yeah, you can try and, like, put it off as cosplay.
So you have to sit here and roll your perception to notice them, though, first.
Oh, no. The one more I don't want to do anymore. Oh. Never mind.
Okay, so I need to go back up to those rolls from earlier.
That's maximum days, come on.
No, the ones that they rolled for. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to re-roll their stealth because, well, I've made so many rolls that I'm just not sure which are which. So, the simplest thing to do is let's re-roll. Because, well, everybody have. Okay, so you notice the 2 police officers.
What don't I notice?
So, beyond that, roll intuition to see if you feel like they're here for you, if they're here for Gilbert.
That's even.
Because as far as you're aware, aside from a light, what people took as a threat, even though you didn't mean it as one, you haven't done anything wrong.
6611.
Oh, you think they're so here for Gilbert. You think that somebody noticed something and, like, they may have seen him in Kiel before, and once he was here, they turned him in immediately. You think it's Gilbert 100%.
Of course I do. Just gonna have a regular chat with my Mirko. Just not caring what the officers.
So, we'll sit Gilbert and Patcham over here in the little corner.
Okay.
So that way we can move these 4 in here. As they, as the 2 rangers can now actually be seen. So, all four of them are in the cafe, and they know that you're in the cafe. The two officers haven't directly noticed you yet, which only helps lead to your idea of, they're not here for me. However, the two rangers are able to easily pick you out and walk over to you. Sylvius, you notice all four of these people walk into here.
Oh yeah, Sylvius is here. God.
Oh, I've known he's here. This has just been a big ordeal for you two, and Sylvius just like sees these people walk up and then walk in, and it's like, okay.
Guess they found them. Do.
Nothing bad happening.
But I don't know you guys that well. I don't know you at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who actually told them more information about you.
Yeah. Plus, he was also the one threatened, so that doesn't give him a good first impression.
Yeah.
And then something else to take even worse so there's three main things that gave you a bad impression with Sylvius right away. First off, you have a bird Pokemon. Secondly, you weren't controlling that bird Pokemon, letting it do whatever it pleased by going and attacking the scatter people. You were way off somewhere.
Just babying a panda.
And then, thirdly, you threatened him.
Threaten him? It just seems like threat in every possible way.
This is a bug lover.
This
is the bug lover city. You think they would take offense to that?
Huh. So, it was worded like a threat, and it sounded like a threat.
Yeah,
Is it really a threat?
Pure has the pathetic intimidation, so I don't understand how anyone can take offense to a threat from her. But okay.
When you sit here and tell someone, you fight with me and you're gonna need a fire extinguisher, that means that either A, you're an arsonist, which means you don't need high intimidation, or B, you can set things on fire.
Yeah, you
I
just
never
have.
did, like,
It just means you have easy access to fire.
Yes. Which, in a town like this, and especially to someone who loves bug Pokemon, that is definitely a threat.
Yeah, true. I didn't say I would, I just stated I could. I possibly will, but...
Which is exactly why it's a threat.
Okay.
That's why it's a threat and not a promise.
Are the only windows open?
So, these two walk up to you. And the guy asks, and your Murkrow is still here, because you thought that they were 100% after him. You wouldn't have returned your Pokemon or thought you were going to have to flee anywhere. You could just meet up with your friend after he escaped. So Murkrow is still here. So they walk up to you and the guy asks, is this your Murkrow?
What counts as mine? What, in definition, would you count as my Pokemon? Because I do not order it around or force it to do anything against its will. It just do whatever it wants. So in that sense, it's not mine, unlike certain Pokemon.
It's yours if you own the Pokeball that it lives in. In my opinion.
If you own the Pokemon, if you own the Pokeball, which causes the Pokemon to be registered to you legally, then it's yours.
Legally then, yes, this Murkrow is mine. Though I may ask if you stop surrounding me because I believe I've been told that personal space is very important.
Well, they're not directly up on you. They're just standing around the table.
So, would you like a latte? I believe that's socializing. Yeah. Would you like a latte?
The girl tells you, "No, thank you. But that is a kind offer. However, if you don't take better care of your Murkrow and keep it betterly under control, we will be forced to confiscate it from you."
Oh, are you talking about that incident with the cat?
We're talking about the incident to where a Murkrow attacked another person.
Oh, are you talking about the person that doesn't know anything about biology? I was just stating, all I'm stating is that my Murkrow from the start attacked what looked to be a wild Pokemon. The trainer took it upon himself to dare interfere. So my Murkrow in self-defense, got attacked the Pokemon and attacked it. So it was the trainer's choice to interfere with the Pokemon.
The guy takes over and says, "Be that as it may, this is why we're not taking your Pokemon from you now. But if you don't keep better control over it, to where you can control its actions and what happens to it..."
Oh, I can't control it. I do have Novice Command, but I can control my Pokemon, but would you like to be put on a leash and told, "You can now sit down, now you can fly, now you can eat, now you can walk"?
Actually, that shouldn't be a problem for you because if our backstories are correct, you should have
Spoilers.
No, I'm just saying.
Spoilers out here.
I'm just saying.
Spoilers.
Anyway, they sit here and state, "We're not talking slavery. We're just talking about you keeping your Pokemon close enough that you can keep it out of trouble."
Wait, so what was the thing that got...
I asked what was the issue with my Murkrow attacking the cat?
There wouldn't have been an issue if it was after the Caterpie. It's the fact that it ended up in a fight because you weren't there.
But it was attacked. It's classified as self-defense.
It wouldn't have been attacked if you were there.
That person might not notice that I was extreme. And it was to be attacked. There's a blue post in this saying where I was not there, so you did not know
You
what
should
would
still
happen
stop
if I was
the
there.
fight.
Yeah, but then people giving us stare like I'm a crazy person.
Actually, a lot of this might have been avoided if you had been there.
Well, she's saying, well, I wasn't there, so you don't know what would have happened if I was there, because it didn't happen.
That's a good argument.
We know that you could have returned your Pokemon, which would have stopped it all.
Had to return my Pokemon. I should have not had to return my... And this is entirely the trainer's fault.
Not to mention, you could have also talked to the trainer before the fight ended up fully going into a fight.
He didn't give much of a warning other than string shot. So...
And how would you know if you weren't there?
I never said I wasn't there. I'm just saying, going off the back...
You just, a little bit of thing as DM on here, you used meta knowledge to sit here and say, "Oh, he didn't give a warning, but string shot."
Yeah, but last time I checked...
It's something you wouldn't have known if you weren't there, so they're using it against you.
I'm going off little knowledge that most human beings, or the vital long lead, don't give much warning before attacking what they believe is a wild Pokemon. And I know they used the move String Shot because my Murkrow was covered white. It was gross. So, yeah, going off the fact that my Mercury was covered in white, so usually related. Going off the fact when I did talk to him, he said he specializes in bull, so string could have been a relatively high chance of happening. As well as, I still don't understand why I'm the one getting crowded here. I thought it was number one. I thought it was classed as suspicious when someone storms into a bathroom as soon as they see cops. I thought that was suspicious, but alright.
Well, we don't know why the police are here. We were literally called because someone wasn't keeping an eye on their Pokemon.
So, you got called because someone had nothing better to do.
Then turn in a trainer mishandling their Mons.
I'm not mishandling.
Not having an eye on your Mon is the same thing as not taking care of them.
Come again? Did you just say I don't take care of my Pokemon?
Ooh.
That's exactly what he said.
Sure, asks him to repeat.
And he does. Not watching after your Pokemon is also not taking care of them.
I make sure my Pokemon is always being fed, watered, make sure it's always exercised, and make sure it's always healthy. I give it the freedom of doing what it ever does, because I know for a fact it wouldn't attack a trainer's Pokemon. Because I believe that my Murkrow has the brilliance not to go, oh look, this trainer has a Charizard, let's attack it. For example, just because I gave my Pokemon the freedom of doing movement, I now have people complaining at me.
Again, it's not the movement, it's the fact that you weren't close enough to it to keep an eye on its actions.
Okay, has the Pokemon died? In this course of action, was a Pokemon seriously harmed by the actions of my Murkrow?
I mean, you could count the Joltik being
Yes.
taken for a
That
ride as, like,
Joltik
painting
actually took 2 injuries from Murkrow's attack.
I said, so has it fainted though? So,
but it still took injuries.
Yes, it still took quite a bit of damage.
Yours knowledge, I know that, yes. I'm really not.
No, this is information that they've given, because literally the one that gave it was really close at the time of it all starting, so he saw the damage given to the Mon.
Yes, okay. This goes into almost robotic kind of voice. I will keep track of my Pokemon and make sure I am always near them at every step of the way.
The girl gives you a playful flick on the forehead and tells you, "Don't be smart. We just don't want to have to take Pokemon from you. It's the law."
What do you mean by being smart? I'm just stating what I believe you wanted me to say.
Yeah, that's exactly what being a smart aleck is.
Stating what I don't understand the issue then. These pouts.
If you don't believe in what you're saying, then you're just being a smart aleck.
But lots of people lie.
Lots of people lie, but not all of them sit here and say it in a way that's blatantly just making fun of the person you're talking to.
I got told that people find it weird when I lie, so I showed them that I'm lying, so they cannot be weirded by it. So that they always know
Yeah,
what's
and doing it blatant, yeah, that's true. But being blatant like that about it just makes you a smartass.
Okay, how am I going to lie without getting people annoyed with me then?
You can't. It's the way life goes.
So what are you talking
Wait,
about?
the head on the table, just please.
So, like, Snowy, we were talking about, like, saying lies, but, like, you know, blatant and obvious ways, like, that's just sarcasm. That's literally what sarcasm is.
I know.
Yeah. And a lot of people that use sarcasm sit here and get called a smartass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. I am one of them.
So, yes, I have been completely in line, properly explaining everything.
Yeah, so she's just on a header. Yes, a header.
So, the girl sits here and pats your head and says, "It's okay. This is just a warning. Just be careful. We don't want to have to come back because of another incident."
Head's on the table.
Alright. Now, take care and try and have a good rest of your day.
That's what she states when they say have a good day. I'm gonna need more coffee.
Well, that is the case for some people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see what the Officer Jenny is doing right now. Right now.
Well, the officer... So, they're just kind of... They're just kind of looking around the cafe. They've actually taken a seat. Officer Jenny and her partner have actually just... They've taken a seat. Almost like they can't manage to find who they're looking for amongst all the people in the cafe.
Mm-hmm. Dealbot, thinking it's safe. Actually, how much time has passed?
Only about 10 minutes.
Dealbot, thinking enough time has passed for them to have given up on looking for him, goes back outside and sits back at the table.
Please order me more coffee, Pure says, looking at it.
Yeah, fine, I'll order you a couple more lattes. Is that fine?
Yep.
Alright, so Sylvius, what are you up to?
I have done some shopping. I actually have done shopping in my inventory and have done calculations of that.
Alright.
But now that I'm done with my shopping.
That's alright. We can say in-game that in 10 minutes, you've managed all your shopping.
Yeah, it wasn't really big shopping. It was several items. Few items that I've got.
Okay.
Actually pretty... At this time, what would Sylvius do? He might actually go there. He might be a little interested how everything is going on in the pickup place,
Alright.
actually.
So he decides to visit Pika Place.
Yes.
Okay.
So we will scoot the Jennies up and you can take this nice little corner of the thing right here. So, everybody roll perceptions to see if you notice each other and people with him coming in.
Can I roll my trainer's armor first?
Well, like,
Yes.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice Officer Jenny's still here? As well?
I realized this probably needs to really out 1-1 my next perception.
You
test.
can.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna roll perception twice. Once for, like, seeing,
Sylvius and
Sylvius.
the others for
yeah,
the Jennies.
yeah.
Quick question, does 6-6 plus 1 count as 6-6-1-1? If that's the case, then I got 6-6-1-1 again.
So, Snowy notices Gilbert walk in, as does Murkrow.
Okay, that's for noticing Sylvius.
And that's fine, because unless Sylvius wants to enter in stealthily,
No,
he's
he's
not
not
hard to
trying.
see.
I've got to roll Soltix
And
perception as well.
is the Officer Jenny.
You do not see the officers.
Wow. Okay.
And
That's nice.
You're still only aware that there was but one officer.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised that Pure wasn't put on a psychologist test.
So, Sylvius, you're still missing your perception roll.
no, I have it above. It's 8. It's just between your rolls.
Ah, okay. That's why it ended up so awkward. So unless you two and your mons are trying to hide, you're pretty obvious thanks to the
Well, I'm trying to hide.
Kitsune Mimi.
I'm trying to be stealthy because I don't want any more attention drawn to me.
Alright, go ahead and roll your stealth.
Okay, let me actually see what my stealth is at. Let's see, my stealth is untrained. It's just a 2d6. Last
Yep.
roll 2d6. Three. I'm very not stealthy.
Yes, you let yourself fall down onto the chair to where it tips back a little bit and it goes boom back onto the floor. Everybody notices you.
Why is the person that has a depth stealth right next to the awful stealth?
I'm seeing the group. I just avoid them. I avoid the group. Pretty much take a seat in the place as far away as I could.
That's fair. You don't notice the officers in here still.
I don't know.
Not quite yet.
Oh, and I ordered another orange juice for 80.
Fair.
I'm not a complete asshole. I have standards.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, then leave us a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, as nobody wants to miss an episode of what happens to these guys as they continue on their way. Thank you again for watching. If you didn't find something that you didn't like, then please leave it in the comments so that way we can always improve. And if we get and as you subscribe, please leave us unique little things that you might like to see. Maybe the DM can work in some events. Till next time, we're